Play that one. Play that one.
What's up, my Zoe babies? It's your girl Tempthaitian. I'm back with another video, and if it's your first time, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because temptation is just irresistible, period. Okay, my first exorcism. I've been gone for the past week or whatever, trying to get my life together. Finals are coming up. It's life. Another thing I want to say is I'm so happy people are giving me feedback on these videos. Your opinions do matter.
Not to me though.
If they're negative. I just want to remind y'all that this is something I'm doing for fun, and like, I wish people wouldn't take shit so seriously and like had a sense of humor, but I understand that not everybody does. But that shouldn't have to affect me and or my platform. Okay? Okay. So this little tea happened when I was, I want to say 9 or 10. I don't know, man. I was young. Wasn't that young because I obviously still remember. It was a hard time for some individuals in my family. I'm putting on lotion. So this was around the time of the recession. Yes, the recession. I feel like it was a little bit before the recession, whatever. So I had cousins or whatever that were staying with my mother and I. My siblings weren't staying with us, so we had a little extra space. So my cousins, my relatives, were staying in their rooms. The two older cousins, I called them my auntie and uncle, because out of respect. But they were technically my distant cousins. They had 2 kids. Whatever. Let me just get to the point, because this is real life crazy. I always be going through stuff that isn't normal, but it was like normal for me. So fast forward. I used to go to church like 7 days a week. No cap. There was a Liveme like every week at a different church. And Liveme is when there's like
This is kind of like
I can do this. What I learned in boarding school is
a revival. That's how you say it in English, revival. And so every day of the week it would be like a specific sermon, and churches from all over would congregate to worship and receive the word of the theme for that day, period. So they had stayed with us for, I want to say, like a year, and that year was hell. I could say that. I'm not gonna say why it was hell outside of, you know, what I'm about to talk about. But so before this specific event happened, there was like small things that were happening, right? So me and my auntie's kids, who were my cousins, used to play and stuff, but we also used to fight like every day. Whatever, that's not the point. So whenever we would be playing and stuff, we would be playing in a room or on our way to go outside, or it'll be the middle of the night and we would hear things. So my auntie would be like praying, but the way she was praying was a little off. Sometimes her voice would change, and I don't know, it raised concern. Let me just say that. It raised a lot of concern. It raised a lot of red flags. And like, I'm not gonna lie, There were a lot of nights when, you know, this shit was happening that I could not sleep. I could not sleep. I was so scared. Like, I just didn't understand what was happening. So everyone in the house was hip. Everyone in the house was hip, but we was trying to be like considerate. I feel like the way we treated it was kind of the way health professionals treat individuals with schizophrenia, and I don't want to say she had schizophrenia. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just the way we handled it reminded me of the way we were to her. It's like when she would have certain moments that would raise concern, we wouldn't be hot and be like, oh, you crazy and stuff like that. No, we would be like, okay. Like, we would engage, you know, not engage. I don't know how to explain it. We wouldn't entertain, but we would engage, kind of like to assess to see what was really going on. We was just getting the real tea. That's what it was. We was getting the real tea. So eventually, my mom had gotten the church involved. So around this time, we were going to this Haitian church in Dorchester. I went to mad churches in Dorchester. I went to mad churches everywhere. Everywhere in Boston, you fucking name it, I've been there. Okay? But this specific one was crazy, yo. Like, this church was crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Every church I've been to, almost every church I've been to in Boston was some crazy shit. Like, I was always the one that would find out about some crazy shit that was going on. Like, crazy shit. I was hip to some of the crazy shit that was going on in this church, which is why I was kind of like, why the fuck would you let them in our house? But whatever, we had to do something for my auntie at the time because it was just getting out of hand. Like, at this point, everyone in the house was just like over it. Like, over it. So, the church had came over, but the way they came over, it was kind of like for a regular prière, and prière is prayer in English, and sometimes I feel like in most Haitian churches they hold it on specific days of the week, and usually it's like a Friday or like a weekend day before Sunday if you're Protestant or if your denomination goes to church on Sunday. So they came over like it was a prière. Me and my cousins, which were her children, were you know, in the kitchen, and the other children of the other adults who came for the prière joined us in the kitchen. So it's all the kids in the kitchen, and we playing Casino, which is a Haitian card game. If you know that card game, comment down below.
Oh, so babies, period.
Yeah, so we playing Casino in the kitchen, having a blast. They start praying and they start singing. I'm trying to remember a hymn. I forgot how the song goes, but it went something like this. Oh, Liveme. I don't remember the words, but I guess that hymn says, "Guide me, Lord. There are those who take the wrong path." La 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 la. That's one of the hymns I remember. So as we're playing card games, I see the pastor of the church that I went to turning on a pan. So what I remember is my auntie was Catholic. We were Protestant. Okay. Me and my mom used to be Catholic when I was like real young. Like when she first, I guess like, I want to say earlier on when she was in the States, she was Catholic. A majority of Haitians are Catholic. A lot of reasons why, one of the reasons why they may convert is because I don't got time to cite sources, but according to my grandmother, she says that our ancestors used Catholicism as a camouflage for deities that were worshipped by our ancestors. So it makes it vulnerable for people to be possessed by those deities. Similarly in voodoo. I don't practice voodoo. I'm not saying, you know, specific people do or don't. I'm just saying what I was told. So mind you, I said they have a pan on the stove on the highest heat. My auntie was Catholic and she wore a rosary every single day. Okay? She wore a rosary every single day. They're praying, they sit her down, they getting her comfortable, they getting her in her spirit. Somehow they're able to get the rosary off of her. When they get the rosary off of her, she snaps like it wasn't her anymore. Me and the kids are still playing like it's nothing, but we are listening. Like, okay, so my kitchen's right here. There's like a half wall, an open kind of window situation going on, and the living room's right here. So they're going right there, and we're looking through the little window joint, listening, and we're still playing our card game, and the kitchen stove is right in front of us. So her voice is changing. She's screaming no. She's screaming a whole bunch of other shit that we didn't understand at the time. But now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, that was kind of evil. But when the pastor got to the stove, she was trying to charge at him. And it was like 3 adults that had to hold her down. Hold her down, and when he put the rosary on the pan, it was like it was burning her. And I know this, like, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about this shit. But I was like, I know that shit was not her just because of how she was screaming. And why would you be screaming off of a piece of plastic? A little ass piece of plastic rosary that you could replace anytime, any day. I've also been told demons travel through inanimate objects. I'm just saying. Okay? At this point, me and all the kids stop what we're doing and we're watching now. We're watching. She keeps screaming. They still splashing holy water on her, praying on her. When the rosary is done melting in the pan, they throw the pan out. She's quiet. She was quiet for a couple days, actually, after that shit happened. I didn't know how to react to that, to be honest. That was like, it was kind of like a normal day, like, oh, Prière, they're dramatic during Prière, but, you know, another day, another dollar. I'm just gonna keep playing and all this stuff. Not too long after that, I want to say like a couple months after that, they left. It was a lot more issues that went on, but that was crazy. The only thing I can say, like, she was not doing no crazy shit like vomiting. She was, it's like, not belching, but she was like spitting up something, but she wasn't necessarily vomiting. Or maybe she just didn't have anything to vomit. The voice changing thing was definitely a thing. Her eyes were like, I don't know if it's genetics, but it was like sometimes she wouldn't blink. I don't know if that's her genetics, but I don't know. It was just like you could tell it wasn't her, like from her movements, the way she spoke, the way she looked at you. If you had her attention, if you had its attention, it was just weird. You know, you knew something was off. could never get a full night's sleep. Oh my God. And I was sleepwalking like a motherfucker when this shit was happening. One time, when I was sleepwalking, I got up out in my bed and made it all the way to the front door, about to walk outside, like, sleep. I woke up when I got to the door, and I was here, and she was doing her little prayer or chant in her room. And when I got to the door, I woke up and I could hear her chant, and I ran back up to my room, scared as fuck. I was so scared. I ain't tell my mom until after they left out the house, but eventually, I don't know. I started sleeping with my mom again. I was so scared, but that's the little tea or whatever. My first little exorcism. If you like videos like this, I mean, I can share some more and stuff, but I don't like sharing shit like this because, like, people really be coming for me because of my ethnicity, and I don't really. I mean, I don't care now, but it did hurt my feelings back in the day. But I got homework to do, and this was a cute little kiki. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell for the next video. I don't know. Maybe the next video might be about when my mom found out I was on birth control. Like, I don't know. We'll see. See you next time.